Hi everyone, welcome to the second session of our research series hosted by IEEE Student Branch VIT Pune, the technical club of our college. I am Arya Deshpande and I will be your presenter today. I am joined by my friend Sudhakar, who has designed the presentation you will be seeing. Both of us are the execom of our IEEE Student Branch VIT Pune, and we are excited to guide you through today's session. And also, if you have any doubts, feel free to put them in the chat. Sudhakar will be answering them. So, let's begin with the presentation. Today, we will dive into conferences and journals, two important platforms for academic publishing and sharing research. By the end of the session, you will understand how these platforms work, the difference between them, and how to plan your research submission effectively. Now, first let's see the overview of topics. The session will cover several key topics like introduction to conferences and journals. Then we will see difference between, or we can say the comparison between conferences versus journal. Then types of conferences, types of journals and ranking system, understanding DT grades in college, planning for DT grades in advance, then how to find conferences and journals, then list and resources, and finally we will go through the conclusion in short. First, now let's start with an introduction to conferences and journals. Conferences are events where researchers present their work to peers. These can be international, national, virtual, or hybrid. They offer great opportunities for networking and presenting early stage research. On the other hand, journals are periodicals where peer reviewed research is published. The review process is more rigorous and they have higher credibility. Journals are where finalized and well developed research typically ends up. You will understand it in a better way when we see the difference. So the first point we have while seeing the difference, we have the first point as faster publication cycle. Conferences have a faster publication cycle. This allows researchers to present their findings quickly. Journals, on the other hand, have a slower publication process due to the thorough peer review and revision stages, which can take months or even years. Conferences are valuable for networking, provide direct opportunities for researchers to meet, network, and collaborate with peers and experts in the field. They often carry less academic weight due to the lighter review process. Journals, on the other hand, lack this networking component since they are simply published content, not live events. Then the next point we can say conferences often present early stage research or work in progress. It allows researchers to get feedback and import and improve their work. Journals typically publish completed, thoroughly developed, and final stage research. Uh, See, in the journals field, we have a last point as indexed by reputable databases, Scopus Web of Science. So, when a journal is indexed by Scopus or Web of Science, it indicates that the journal is of high academic quality. And publishing in these journals adds credibility and visibility to your research. Now, let's move towards types of conferences. First one we have is international conferences. These are large conferences held all over the world, attended by people from different countries. Example, conferences hosted by IEEE, Springer, or ACM, which are well-known organizations in the academic field. Then the next one we have is national conferences. These are smaller conferences usually focused on a specific country or a region. They typically attract a local audience and might not be as large. or international as the global ones. The third one we can see is virtual conferences. These are conferences that are held completely online. People can attend from anywhere, making them accessible and cost effective. The next one is hybrid conferences. These combine both in person and online participation. That means some people can attend physically while others can join virtually. The important note we can see here is when choosing a conference, it's important to check its credibility, whether it's respected and trustworthy. You can do this by checking if the conference is indexed in Scopus or Web of Science, which are databases that track reputable academic conferences and journals, as we earlier saw. Then the next point we have is types of journals and ranking systems. UGC Care List. The UGC Care List is a list of journals that the University Grant Commission in India approves. UGC basically is an organization in India that looks after higher education. Journals that follow good quality standards are put on in this list, meaning they are trusted and recognized by UGC. So if a journal is on the UGC Care List, it means it is considered good and reliable for publishing research. The next point we have is Scopus. Scopus is a well-known database that tracks journals and conferences. However, the indexing in Scopus is not permanent. Journals are revived every year and some may lose their status. It's important to always check the most recent Scopus status of a journal or conference because some may claim they are indexed but they might not be anymore. The next point we can see is quartiles Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. Quartiles are rankings based on how many citations a journal gets. When someone writes a research paper, they often mention and give credit to the other papers that influenced or supported their ideas. So each time your paper is mentioned by others, it is counted as a citation. It means paper with more citations are usually seen as more valuable or important in their field. So, talking about quartiles, Q1 means the top 25% of journals in a field. That means the best ones. Q2, then Q2, then Q3, and then Q4. It means Q2 to Q4 are lower rankings, with Q4 being the lowest. Journals in Q1 or Q2 are considered more prestigious than those in Q3 or Q4. Then let's move towards importance of verifying Scopus indexing. It's crucial to verify the indexing of a conference or journal before submitting your work. Now, why is the verification so important? Journals and conferences often change their Scopus indexing status. This means a journal could be listed in Scopus 1 year but removed later. If you submit to journal that claim to indexed in Scopus but are not anymore, your research might not get the visibility or credibility you are hoping for. Now, how to verify Scopus indexing? Always check the official Scopus website or use the journal list to verify if the journal is still indexed. The tip can be always cross check the latest Scopus indexing details for both conferences and journals before you submit your research. Now, let's move towards understanding DT grades in our college. In college, we have a subject called DT. In DT, your DT grades are often aligned with the quality of research publications you submit to. So, for higher grades, aim to submit to top tier journals or international conferences, especially those indexed in Scopus or Q1 or Q2 journals. Your grade depends on where you publish your research. So, it is important for the academics as well. The next point we will see planning for DT grades with teacher's perspective. How teachers can help students plan and succeed in their research projects, particularly focusing on getting good grades, good DT grades. The first point we can see is research timeline. So first let's talk about research timeline. To do well in DT, it's important to start early. If you have a well structured timeline and know what you need to do step by step, it will help you stay on track. Also, aligning your research submission with important deadlines is crucial. For example, if there's a specific conference or journal where you want to publish your research, Make sure you know the deadline and finish your work on time. The second point we can see is selection of journals or conferences. The next important thing is where you submit your research. You should aim for high quality journals or conferences. This means journals that are well known and respected, like Scopus Index journals or UGC Care listed journals. If you are submitting to a conference, try to submit to top ones like IEEE or Springer conferences. These are trusted and respected platforms that will give more value to your research. The third point is feedback and revisions. Now we all know how important feedback is, right? So the third point is about getting regular feedback from your teacher or supervisors. This all help to improve your work as you go along. Also, before submitting your final research paper, make sure you have a pre-submission review. This means you check for things like quality of research, the language, and whether it follows the right format. These small checks can really make a big difference. The fourth point is encouragement. Finally, teacher will encourage you to aim for the best journals and conferences, especially those ranked in high quartiles. Q1 and Q2 journals are the top ones, as we earlier saw. Also, you will get guidance on improving important skills like scientific writing, formatting your paper properly, and presenting it well at conferences. These are important skills that will help you throughout your academic career. Then next we will see how to find conferences and journals. What we earlier saw to sum up the key to sum up the key to doing well in DT is starting early, because it is actually very important for your academics as well. Choosing high quality places to publish, getting regular feedback, and aiming high for your research. With these steps, you will be well on your way to getting great grades and valuable experience in research. Now we'll see how to find conferences and journals. Now let's talk about to how to find right conference and journals to submit your research. This is important because the quality of place you publish your work can make a big difference. The first point is IEEE Explore. The first place you can look is IEEE Explore because it's a great resource where you can search for conferences and journals based on your research topic. It also allows you to filter the result by deadlines and rankings. So you can prioritize the best options and submit on time. Next one is Springer. How you will find Here you will find journals and conferences listed by subject. It also tells you how popular or important the journal is by showing something called as impact factor. The higher the quality is, the better the publication can be. Another excellent resource is Elsevier or Scopus, where you can find Scopus index journals. Scopus indexing means these journals have been reviewed for higher standards and are trusted in the academic world. You can also find papers that might help you in your own research. Journals listed here are checked for good standards, so you know you are submitting to a trusted place. The fourth point we have is conference alert. For finding upcoming conferences, there's a website called Conference Alerts. It shows you conferences based on topics or locations, making it easy to find the right one for your work. Lastly, a quick pro tip. Always check the deadlines and rules for submitting to a journal or conference and make sure the place is good quality. In short, these resources like IEEE Explore, Springer, Elsewhere, Scopus, and conference alerts will help you find the right place to present or publish your research. This way, you can make sure your hard work gets recognized in the best possible way. The next point we will see list and resources. Now, let's talk about some resources and list that help you find the best conference and journals to submit your work. First point is top conferences and different field. There are many top conferences, but here are a big few names depending on your field. IEEE International Conference on Robotics and Automation, a major event in robotics. ACM SIGKDD Conference on Knowledge Discovery and Data Mining focuses on data mining and AI. Then we have NEUR IPS, Neural Information Processing Systems, a top conference for artificial intelligence and neural networks. The second point we have is UGC Care List. UGC Care List is an official list of journals verified by the University Grants Commission UGC in India. You can access it online to check if a journal is trusted. Then the third point is Scopus Journal List. Scopus is a well-known database of high-quality journals. You can download or verify if a journal is listed on Scopus to ensure its credibility. Then the fourth point is SJR portal for quartiles. SJR portal helps you find the quartile or ranking of journal based on their quality. Higher quartiles means better quality. Then fraudulent journals. Be careful about fake or predatory journals. Use BIOS list, which list journals you should avoid to make sure you are not submitting to a fraudulent one. So these resources, whether it's checking UGC, Scopus or BIOS list, help you identify the best and most reliable conferences and journals to submit your research. Now let's see collaboration and sharing. Creating a communication channel. We have already set up some WhatsApp groups and I encourage everyone to join them if you have not already. These groups will help us stay connected and share important updates regularly, like deadlines for conferences and journal submissions. It's important to make sure we are submitting our research to a trusted source. So we will also be sharing official UGC Care and Scopus list in the group. This way we can avoid submitting to predatory journals that may not be reputable. Teachers should encourage students and colleagues to actively share new information about high quality journals or upcoming conferences. They should also, and they should also keep everyone informed about top tier conference opportunities to help students find the best platform for the research. In short, these communication channels and active sharing will help all of us grow and improve research and publication quality. To wrap things up, let's quickly go over the key takeaways from today's session. Prioritize quality over quantity. It's always better to select high quality journals or conferences instead of trying to publish as many papers as possible. Quality publications are far more valuable. Then verify indexing and ranking. Always make sure the journals or conference is properly indexed and ranked. This helps ensure the venue is legitimate and recognized, avoiding any issue with predatory journals. Then also teachers' role is very crucial. Teachers need to guide students not just towards publishing but towards successful and impactful publications. Their guidance can help students improve both their research and their grades. Plan research timelines. It's important to align research plans with major conference or journal submission deadlines. This ensures that the research is polished and meets deadlines, which ultimately improves the final outcome. So, these are the main points to keep in mind as we move forward with our research and publishing activities. I hope you all have understood all the points, and if anyone have any doubts, feel free to put them in chats. I will be answering them with my friend. So if you have any doubt about the session, just put it in the chat box. So the question I can see is, do teachers give us topics or we give the topics? See, it is best that you decide your topic by your own, to explore yourself, to explore everything. Yes, teachers do help you. Teachers can guide you throughout the topic you have already selected, and also they can suggest you some. But it's best that first you decide it by yourself. Can I write a solo paper? See, you can. Like a single author is considerable, but it is better to work in team, and multi-author contribution is necessary for research work. But yes, you can write a solo paper. Can you please share link of WhatsApp group where you share information about upcoming conferences? Yes, we have created a WhatsApp community. We will share the link in just a minute. How to start any research? See, to start any research, first you have to decide a topic. So, first, the first step can be deciding the topic, then gather some information, go through the research papers already published on that topic, on that particular topic, and first search for what you can do different that that is not earlier published. What you can do unique about that. So I guess we have completed all the questions, answered your queries. The resources will be shared on the particular WhatsApp groups. So I guess let's wrap up. Thank you everyone for attending. You all have been a great audience, and just go through the resources once more. And I hope you have gotten some insights how you should publish your work. Okay, thank you.